My name is Margaret Gellatly. Oh, Margaret.
You can say that.
No, I don't. I won't say Margaret. My name is Maggie Gellatly, and I'm the bar manager here at Lost Valley. I handle everything that goes down at the bar and the brew pub, ordering and making cocktail menus. So I used to work at a little cafe, and April came in with the three boys, and I waited on them. And before she left, she came up to me and said, I own Lost Valley, and if you ever want a job there, we would totally hire you. And so I took her information, not really thinking much about it. A few months later, the cafe that I worked at closed. So I ended up coming here, I think it was in January of...
7-ish years ago?
Yes.
Yeah, around the time when
Yep.
everyone-
Exactly.
The Avengers assembled.
Yes, that's right. The Lost Valley Avengers.
Yeah. Okay.
I worked in the office for a year, and then things transitioned behind the bar with a few people leaving, and I wiggled my way in, and I started out just as a bartender for a couple years, and then I ended up becoming the manager, and I've been the manager ever since. And yeah, that's how I've grown with Lost Valley.
So, sort of tell me about the change in growth that you've seen this place go through. You know, how does that make you feel as being one of the managers?
So when I started, like I said, I came from the office, and then I got onto the bar. And at that time, the bar had seating for 6 people. The bar was like 10 inches wide, the smallest bar, and the tallest bar you've ever seen. I remember back when we started serving food, I was literally the only one that was serving everybody in this lodge. I would take orders at the bar, and I would bring that food into Slopeside. As the years have gone by, we have hired more, a couple more each year, and we're up to 11 right now. The people that work behind the bar, have been here the longest. Our process is a little different. I'm not the only one running the show, but so to have been a part of, customers who started with us, enjoyed being here enough that they are still coming back. So having these familiar faces year after year, our staff is great. The people that we have really tried to meet high standards, because that's what my expectations are. High standards.
Right? Oh, okay. What's your favorite thing about your job?
It's treating every person like a friend, remembering things about them. You go so many places and people don't get treated friendly like that anymore. And it's really helped, grow our customer base.
Are there things that you do behind the scenes that the everyday customer that's coming in for a drink or for dinner wouldn't know that you do every day?
So, of course, I do all of the ordering and scheduling. That's really, a big part of my job. But I also don't think people realize that I write the cocktail menus. Every recipe that is on a cocktail menu, like I've written it and I've made it, and then I've put it on a cocktail menu. Once I find like a new flavor of a vodka or a whiskey, then I try to work on what's gonna mix with it that we have. And so that, is what gives me the motivation to, just mix flavors that you wouldn't normally think to put together.
Okay, so I remember the story of the Magic Maggie founding, but I wanna know what your story is.
So in the beginning, like I said, when I was the only one taking food orders, running food to patrons, most of our good patrons had little kids, small kids at that time. and we made a bunch of Shirley Temples all the time for them. And then one day we decided to put pineapple juice in a Shirley Temple, and the kids named it a Magic Maggie. So they would come up and order a Magic Maggie, and I would make them, you know, a drink with pineapple and Sprite and grenadine with some cherries on top. And so that's what the kids kind of, you know, knew me for and associated me with. You know, somebody suggested we add some booze to the Magic Maggie. So we ended up adding Bacardi rum and coconut rum, and it became the Magic Maggie as a cocktail. It's a humbling thing to like have it come to this because I never imagined that it would be, you know, that I would be such a face of the lodge and the brew pub and the bar, and you know, I'm so grateful for it. Yeah.
Yeah, if there's anything that you want to say, you've got the mic.
I feel like I could thank a bunch of people. The Shannamans for buying this place and sticking with it. John for, you know, being such a good leader and getting us to where we are. I would thank the customers for being patrons and sticking with us through the ups and downs. So I feel like I have a lot of gratitude towards those three groups and people. Yeah.
Nailed it. That's a wrap, Meg. Good job.